Hello, I'm Neve Owens. Welcome to the Isuzu Ute A-League Highlight Show. The University of Tasmania Stadium hosts the opening game of the weekend as two teams who are winless in 3 are looking to turn their form around. Western United host Wellington Phoenix in Launceston. Calling the action is Simon Hill and Daniel McBreen.
Rufer. Threaded through the gap beautifully, it's Jan Sass! And Jamie Young got a vital touch. Goes down as an outstanding piece of goalkeeping. Not the first time he's done that during his A-League career. Zavada, nice little layoff, and Lacroix out of position. Kryev charging forwards. He's going to have a go himself. And again, it tests Jamie Young, not quite as much as that earlier effort. Troisi had an arm across Ugarkovic, but good advantage played by Daniel Elder. Ball threading the needle. Here's Jan Sass. Kryev to his right. Sass going alone. Oh, it's a fine finish. Really, really good goal from Jan Sass, who was denied by Jamie Young earlier on in the piece, but not that time. Their 2 away wins this season have both been 1-0 successes against Sydney and Brisbane. This is Ugarkovic driving through midfield. Now it's with Kryev. 2 in the box. Ugarkovic to the top of it. Now Moragas. Oh, and it's side netting. Goodness me. Bozidar Kryev managed to contort the body into the right shape when really he didn't have much right to. Tomoki joining him with the attack and still going. Out for Tratz. Decent delivery, and Botic threw himself at the ball. Looking for back-to-back goals in the A-League, Noah Botic. Kryev. Driving through that space in midfield again. Bozidar Kryev! Absolutely wonderful from the Bulgarian. Picked his spots and left Jamie Young grasping thin air, and that might be the killer blow for the Knicks as their fans celebrate in the stands. Here's David Ball. Third would surely seal it. Oh, it's clumsy by Doumbia. It's a penalty. Doumbia on Bozidar Kryev. Zavada against Young. He got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. And finally, Wellington are successful from the spots. Here's Payne. Diamante and Wales. That is an incredible save by Ollie Sale. Fortress Tasmania is breached. Big 3 points. A big performance by the Knicks. Western United 0, Wellington Phoenix 3.
Sydney FC have turned a corner in the business end of the season, 9 points in their last 3 games as they welcome a Brisbane Roar side who are on a 6-game winless streak. Your commentators for this one are Robbie Thompson and Andy Harper.
Now here's Lolly on the left foot, he can shoot and does so. Palmed away by Jordan Holmes.
Well, Lolly's shot was a good one. And he decided it's about time we tested the goalkeeper, and Holmes was up to it.
Courtney Perkins. Can't do so, but rides the challenge of True, and Lolly hits fly. Too hot to handle. As that's a good cross to the back post. Mileusnic shoots, and Mileusnic scores. Well, you have to say it's against the run of play. Redmayne beaten at his near post. It's a stunning finish from a player we know is capable of the unexpected, but we see it so rarely these days. That was a lovely finish. That's a good switch for Mileusnic, the little touch. Back again from Szczepovic. Nice football this, Mileusnic! And it's a good stop from Redmayne, low to his right.
Super from Szczepovic and Mileusnic.
His cross is nice to the back post. Lolly is there in the area. It sits, blocked by Courtney Perkins. But with his arm, The Brisbane number 3 just turns away in frustration. Now can Joe Lolly put his name in the right column? He can't! Saved by Jordan Holmes. And Courtney Perkins blushes a spare. To Patrick Wood or Adam Lafondra. There the boots he's filling is Yazbek. Oh, tries it almost. Squeezed under Holmes. Saris again with Mack into the area. Robert Mack still going. Cutting it back for Joe Lolly, blocked again. Brilliant defending on that occasion by Courtney Perkins. Caballo leaves it. Mack crosses, ball back post. Courtney Perkins' header is not a good one. Bratton, and now they're queuing up at the back, and it's another desperate block from Scott Neville. Back in to deny Parsons, his former teammate, an equalising goal. Neville has stayed down, but Sydney come again. Chipped in, back post, Aldred climbing. Towering defensive header. Back in from Donachie, Aldred again, Courtney Perkins. Parsons, blocked by Armiento. Still Parsons, curling it. And claimed by Holmes. But there's still time for Sydney. Bratton with the big switch of play, it's a lovely ball. The cross in, Parsons is there, and Parsons scores! Brisbane's defence finally breached. There's not going to be time for either side to get the winner. Under dark skies, it's Sky Blue 1, Brisbane Roar 1.
The Newcastle Jets are hoping to carry on their good form as they travel to Campbelltown Stadium to face a Macarthur side who looked super impressive last week in their win over the Wellington Phoenix. Glenn Lauder and Phil Moss are calling the action.
An opportunity, and tough for goalkeepers as well. Jack Duncan does really well there with a swirling ball that could have quite easily ended up over his head and in the back of the net, but Jack Duncan read it well. It's a ball into the wind and it sits nicely for Trent Mahaja, who, would you believe it, on 7 minutes gives Newcastle the lead. One-on-one with Philip Curto. It was a lovely ball over the top, just sat up in the wind. And Mikkel Tadze, who plays it square for Bahaja, finishes with aplomb. It's 1-0.
What a great start for Newcastle. We just talked about those conditions. They certainly played a role in this chance and opportunity, and in the end, a goal.
Plenty of blue shirts, knowing their defensive roles. Newcastle floated in towards the back post. Sujnar gets the first header. Falls for Matt Miller. And now Jonathan Aspropotomides brings out a big save from Jack Duncan at the front post. Two defenders lining up to score.
Was involved in some good passages for Newcastle early.
Matt Miller links up with Ogler, who does really well. It's a wonderful touch. Ali Ogler from tight quarters. Jack Duncan was at the front post, but he just can't keep the shot down for the switch of play. Dartsmelia linking up with Aquilina. Decent ball in. Mikkel Tadze was just ghosting in the back stick, and Sujnar had to slide in. In-swinging corner from Drew. Flicked on by Matt Miller. Over the bar in the end.
Good delivery from Drew. Nice and flat. Good run from Miller, the top goal scorer at Macarthur.
We saw it in the earlier game this afternoon. Sydney FC with a 94th minute equaliser. Miller floats this one towards the back post, and Aquilina almost got caught in an awkward position, but he does well to readjust. 3 hours and 52 minutes since Trent Bahaja's goal. Stephen Lucas says that'll do. It's been a marathon. Kudos to everybody involved at Campbelltown Stadium. We got there in the end. Newcastle 1 has defeated Macarthur 0.
Join us after the break as we wrap up the rest of the action from round 17. It is top v bottom in the Melbourne derby. City could go 11 points clear at the top of the table if they beat their crosstown rivals at Amy Park. Victory have one win to their name in the last 6, but this is Derby Day and anything can happen. Simon Hill and Daniel McBreen are your commentators.
So Miranda and De Silva looking to make their run from the top of the box. It's Jake Brimmer's delivery, and it's headed firmly in. It's a debut goal in victory colours for Damien De Silva, the Frenchman. May we say the victory fans. What a start for Tony Popovic's team. Already a goal. Can City respond? McLaren helps it on. Van der Ven, he knew Izzo was off his line, but did not get the correct purchase, the Dutchman.
You could see straight away he had a look, saw Izzo, knew exactly what he wanted to do. It was a long way out.
Berenguer again on corner kick duty towards the near post. It's helped on by Nuno Reis. Reset through O'Neill. Van der Ven. Looking for Leckie! It's got it! Melbourne City all square thanks to Matt Leckie. In such great form at the moment in front of goal. 3 in 4 matches. Up against Chapman. Threads it through beautifully. McLaren. Good save, Izzo. Stood strong. And the body made the block. Jamie McLaren. Well, victory start in the second half as they started the first. It's Falami. Dangerous ball. Oh, Tom Glover with the point-blank save. But you know who was not going to be denied. Bruno Fornaroli, against his old club, becomes the first player to score in the derby for both clubs. That's where it breaks down for victory. Now they've got to be diligent in defence. Leckie threads it through. It's Richard van der Ven. It will drop here, will it, for McLaren? Not quite. And here's their latest corner. Chapman got on the end of it. Fornaroli on the two. What a save by Glover. Point blank range to keep City in it, perhaps. Well, I'm not sure whether Fornaroli would have been flagged offside anyway, but Glover was not to know that. More changes for victory imminent too. Probably the next break in play. Meantime, it's Josh Brillante, and it takes a deflection and loops it over the top of Tom Glover. Is that the crucial blow in the derby? It's arrived courtesy of the victory skipper. City are angry they didn't get the whistle before that. Tom Glover has been booked. Victory don't care. Nuno Reis, meantime, for City. The boot climbs well at the back post. O'Neill, Leckie, good first touch. Matt Leckie, City back in the game. Wow, that is some finish from Leckie. He has a double, and victory are not home for the 3 points just yet. Always busy in those sorts of areas, Leckie. And O'Neill, it bounces heavy off the goalkeeper. It's loose. Van der Ven trying to jab it towards goal, and he put it straight at the goalkeeper. Ali Reza Fagani says full time, and the victory fans rise as one. What a derby, what a night at Amy Park. One of the classics. Melbourne victory 3, Melbourne City 2.
The second place Central Coast Mariners travel west to play Perth Glory, whose unbeaten home record came to an end last weekend. With Melbourne City dropping points, a win here and the Mariners could close the gap to 5 points at the top. Your commentators are Teo Palazzeri and Grace Gill.
James McGarry. The Kiwi left footer to the far post, and Beavers is up, wins the initial header, and beaten in the second header. It's a reflex save. Not just a wall, a huge line of players. It'll be Khalifi. Super strike. Welcome back to the A-League, Salim Khalifi. Macedonia Park has got the magic going once again. Salim Khalifi, and it is a sweet hit from the dead ball. Free kick from McGarry. Oh, it needed a good save from Cook. It might have been swinging towards the post or possibly wider, but the goalkeeper wasn't taking any risks. It's behind for a corner. Taking some licence, as is Elsie here, the centre-back, getting forward. Distributing out to the right, Khalifi. Shouts for handball, penalty given. Brian Kaltak is the offender, could not disguise it. He throws his arms up in frustration. Salim Khalifi's feet have been the subject of much discussion over the last month. Can he make them do the talking here? Yes, he can! 2-0 to the Glory, a double for Khalifi. And they have a big safety net now to go on with the job and return to the top 6 conversation. Bit of byplay going on at the top of the 6-yard box. In comes the corner from Thea Harris. Farrell's up and he hits the top of the crossbar. And he slaps the turf in frustration that a good chance for the Mariners can't nestle in the net. Rue. Now Farrell shouts for handball. Cummings flicked on. Cameron Cook is able to dive on the ball. We might be seeing another penalty kick coming up. And the penalty's been given. Adam Kersey did not need long. Here's Cummings. And he scores the penalty. Jason Cummings makes it 2-1. Too much power behind the penalty kick. Now Silvera, Christian Theoharis. Zakovic shouts left foot once again. Oh, penalty. Theoharis has lured in McInnes and the Mariners will go to the spot for an equaliser. A pair of penalties for Jason Cummings. And he scored them both. Central Coast are level 2-2, and now he goes and hams it up with the Glory fans and says, how do you like me now? The Mariners are level. Thriller-minute stuff at Macedonia Park, and both teams sink to their knees at full time because they have to split the points. As it finished Perth Glory 2, Central Coast Mariners 2.
The final game of the round comes from Coopers Stadium as Western Sydney Wanderers make the journey south. The Wanderers are looking to bounce back from a derby defeat last start, while a win for Adelaide would see them move into second place. Simon Hill and Daniel McBreen are calling this one.
Halloran again. Intelligent ball that. Cavallo is trying to flick it on to a teammate. Kitto's determination has won the ball back for the Reds. Kitto again. Ibasuki, did he get a little nudge there? And then fired over the top. I think the referee's pointed to the penalty spot. Yeah. There was a shove on Hiroshi Ibasuki. And the Reds get the spot kick. Goodwin scored against Western last week. But today it's Hiroshi Ibasuki. One big relief for the big Japanese striker. And Oli Bissett trying to find it. Borello! Oh! That is a stunner! Absolutely stunning from Brandon Borello in first half stoppage time. A wonderful, wonderful goal. And we're back where we started at 1-1. 3.5 minutes of stoppage time played at the end of the first half. Walden's header, Popovic, surely! 2-1 Reds! First half stoppage time. A first goal in the competition for Alexander Popovic, who was left all alone as the ball was returned to the box. Nice touch by Ibasuki. Is there one more attack left for the Reds at the end of the first half? Halloran on the charge. Halloran, surely it's 3-1! Turned in by Isaias! Or rather, Zach Clough, I should say. Yep, overturned. Offside. Boos from the home fans. A rueful smile. Getting around Goodwin with ease. Not a bad ball either. Here's Brendan Borello! The acrobatic celebration. It's another super finish by the Wanderers' top scorer, and they're back square once again. Ninkovic brings it down. Can have a go himself here. Break for Callum Nieuwenhof, who steers it into the corner for his first goal in Wanderers colours. And the Wanderers have come from behind to lead 3-2. And those substitutions have made all the difference for Marco Rudan. Goodwin. Dorigo. Clough. Lovely angle ball by the Englishman. Goodwin hanging it up. Igasuki. 3-3. What a game. A double for the big Japanese striker. And Adelaide are all square. Goodwin. Change 2 for the Wanderers. Nicholas Milanovic is on in place of Amalfitano. Urankunda hangs it up. Asumovic trying to go for it. On top here for Kito. Deflected in. Extraordinary. 4-3. Ryan Kito scores for the second game in a row. And his fourth of the campaign. And this topsy-turvy game swings in favour of Adelaide United once more. Talking of which, let's see if Nestory Urankunda takes on Adama Traore. Of course he does. And he's fouled. Traore's on a yellow card. He is off. The Wanderers will finish the game with 10 men. Layuni. Outside him is Milanovic. Steps inside Kito. Layuni. Oh, and he's got through 2 defenders and places it! That is a glorious goal on debut from Amor Layuni. Terrific stuff. Calvin is cooking that he was allowed to make progress through 3 Adelaide defenders. And remarkably, we have a 4-4 scoreline. And we've never had a game in A-League history that has ended in that result. And that is full time. A game that started off pretty soberly, but then descended into utter madness. A chaotic second half. Goals everywhere you looked. Great entertainment for the fans. And it all finished in that unique scoreline for this competition. Adelaide United 4, Western Sydney Wanderers 4.
Before we go, let's have a quick look at the league table. Bottom beat top, but draws for the Mariners, Adelaide and the Wanderers sees very little change. Wellington's win sees the Knicks jump to 5th on the table, while Victory's upset in the derby helps them jump off the foot of the table, and last season's champions Western United have plenty of work to do. That is it from round 17. We'll see you next week for more Isuzu Ute A-League action.